Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. So far we have completed 3 chapters in Bhagavad Gita. In this episode, we will discuss about the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The name of the chapter is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yogam, knowledge and renunciation of actions. In the earlier chapter, Lord Krishna praises the Sthita Prajnatva or steadfast knowledge associated with renunciation. This chapter begins with the recounting how this knowledge was traditionally handed down. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam Vivasvan Manave Praham Manurichvakave Bravit Vivasvan Manave Praha Manurichvakave Bravit. Imam Vivasvate Yogam. Imam means this profound knowledge. Imam Yogam Vivasvate Proktam. This knowledge was imparted by me. Proktam, imparted. Aham, I imparted this Avyayam Yogam, this imperishable knowledge, means that knowledge which I have already covered in the Samkhya Yoga and Karma Yoga and the preceding 2 chapters. This was imparted by me in the beginning of creation. What is the nature of this knowledge? Avyayam. This is imperishable knowledge. It was taught to Vivasvan. He in turn taught it to Manu. Vivasvan Manave Praham. This Manu has taught it to Manuhu Ikshvakave Bravit. Abravit means transmitted. This Manu has transmitted this profound knowledge to Ikshvakave, to Ikshvaku king, who is the first king of solar dynasty. So, Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavanaham Avyayam Vivasvan Manave Praham Manurichvakave Bravit. I imparted this imperishable knowledge to Vivasvan. Vivasvan taught it to Manu, and Manu transmitted this to Ikshvaku. This is the meaning of the first sloka. He is recounting how this knowledge was traditionally handed down. This is imperishable knowledge, avyayam, he said, because the result of this knowledge is undecaying. Where it decays, it is called ksharam. Whereas this knowledge is aksharam. Avyayam is undecaying. How it was passed on from teacher to student in a spiritual succession is being explained in the 2nd sloka. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. He is addressing Arjuna as Parantapa, O scorcher of enemies, O destroyer of enemies. Rajarshayaha viduhu imam. The royal kings, viduhu, know imam, this knowledge, this yoga knowledge, which was parampara praptam, received through a regular succession of rulers. Rulers, they are called as kshatriyas. Kshatriyas means who protect the society. So it is not static. That knowledge was handed over from generation to generation. Saha, that knowledge, nashtaha, is lost. Mahata kalena, owing to a long lapse of time. It happens, over a period of time, the knowledge, precious knowledge, is diluted, slowly it is lost also. So that's how Lord Krishna is explaining to him. The royal sages called Rajarshayaha. Raja, Rishi, combined is called Rajarshi. They are royal sages. They are kings and sages at the same time. So, kingly outside, saintly inside. That is the definition of Rajarshi. So, this yoga is nothing but a philosophy to guide us in the fields of administration, politics, management and governance. So this is very much relevant to the present society also. How a ruler should be. That is a knowledge. That profound knowledge, I have taught it to the sun god, and from generation to generation that is handed over to the successors, but owing to lapse of time, long lapse of time, it was lost. In the present context, we have to understand that Sri Krishna presents this philosophy to all persons who are in possession of power and responsibility. He calls them as Rajas, as they handle power, and Rishis as they follow the path of spiritual motivation. Swami Ranganathananda ji used to explain this concept beautifully. So they are called as Rajarshis. Then Sri Krishna continues, Sa evayam maya tejya yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. Maya tedya yogaha proktaha puratanaha. That same ancient knowledge I am now sharing with you. That ancient knowledge I am yogaha proktaha puratanaha. Puratana means ancient. Proktaha means I am sharing with you now. Because why I have chosen you to receive this knowledge? Because there are two qualities in you. One is bhaktosi me sakha cheti. You are my devotee and also my friend. So that's why this profound secret, rahasyam, etaduttamam, uttamam rahasyam, profound secret, I am sharing with you because you are my devotee, sincere devotee, and also my friend. Sa evayam maya tedya yoga prokta puratanaha bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam etaduttamam. So he is a qualified receiver. There is a He deserves this knowledge because he is the devotee of Lord Krishna. So, knowledge comes, this profound knowledge or Adhyatma Vidya, Brahma Vidya, can be received only by the devotees. Devotees means who have immense Shraddha and faith. The statement of Sri Krishna raised a question from Arjuna. As we have seen that Arjuna's questions are our own questions. So he seeks some clarification. In the fourth verse, Arjuna Uvacha Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvataha kathametad vijaniya tvamadau proktavaniti. Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvataha. Param janma means earlier. Vivasvataha. The birth of Vivaswan is earlier. Bhavaha janma aparam means your birth was later. How I can understand this statement? Because they are inconsistent. You are right in front of me present now. You are passing this knowledge. Now you say that you have already imparted this knowledge ages ago to Vivaswan, the Lord Son. How can I understand it? Vijaniyam. Katham vijaniyam. How am I to understand this? Iti tvam proktavan, who instructed yoga adav in the beginning. So your birth was later, whereas the birth of Vivaswan was earlier. How I am to understand this, that you instructed him in the beginning? That is the question. Even we also pose this question. When Krishna is there in the Kurukshetra battlefield, how could he transmit this knowledge ages ago to the sun god? To this question of Arjuna, Sri Krishna gives the answer. It is a wonderful teaching of Sanatana Dharma. In this, the concept of divine incarnation is explained. So, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna tanyaham veda sarvani natvam vetha param tapa. Always he is addressing Arjuna as the scorcher of enemies. Param tapa, O Arjuna. Bahuni me vyatitani. Me means mine. Many lives of mine have passed. Vyatitani have passed. Many of my lives have passed. Janmani tavacharjuna. And so many lives of yours also passed. The difference is Tan aham veda. I know them all. Natvam vetha. But you do not know. This is the first statement given by Lord Krishna. How did Sri Krishna take birth again and again? And what was the purpose? That is conveyed in the next two verses. So, many lives passed, but I know them. You too have passed through many lives, but you do not know. That's Lord Krishna is saying in this, and he is expanding on this subject. Ajopi sanna vyayatma bhutanam isvaropi san prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavam yatma mayaya. Api, whenever you get though, the meaning is though. Aja api sanna vyayatma. Avyayatma. Ajaha. Ajopi sanna vyayatma. Aja means birthless. Avyaya means undecaying. api atma. Though I am birthless and undecaying by nature, Bhutanam Iswaropi San, Lord of all beings. Iswara means Lord. Bhutanam means all beings. Bhutanam Iswaropi San, and all Lord of all beings. Still, Prakritim Swamadhisthaya, by subjugating my Prakriti, because Prakriti is my own creation, it is under my control. Prakriti acts as per my diktat. So, subjugating my Prakriti, I take birth by means of my own Maya. Sambhavami Atma Mayaya. My own Maya. Atma Mayaya. So, the Maya of Vishnu is consisting of three gunas, under whose spell the whole world exists, deluded by which one does not know one's own self. So, there is divinity within all of us, but we are unable to realize it because we are under delusion. The delusion comes out of Maya because of the three gunas. Whereas, as Lord of creation, Prakritim Swamadhisthaya, it's my control, Prakriti. So I take birth by means of own Maya, but not in reality like an ordinary man. So that's the divine part of Avatara Tattva is explained in the 6th sloka. It is being stated when and why that birth occurs. In 7th sloka, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. Yada yada hi means whenever. Bhavati glani dharmasya, there is a decline or decrease dharmasya of virtue. Abhyuttanam, increase of adharmasya, of evil qualities. Tada, then aham, I, srujami, manifest. Atmanam, myself, through Maya. So, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, whenever there is a decline of virtue and abhyuttanam adharmasya, increase of vice, then tadatmanam srujamyaham, then I do manifest myself. Why? Comes the answer in the 8th sloka. Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanardhaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Paritranaya means for protection. For the protection of whom? Sadhunam, of the pious people. Sadhu means pious people. For the protection of the pious people. Who are pious people? The followers of virtuous path are pious people. So paritranaya sadhunam, and also vinasaya dushkrutan. Vinasaya cha means and, that's it. And vinasaya dushkrutan, for the destruction of evildoers, sinful persons. Dharma samsthapanarthaya, for establishing virtue fully. For that purpose, sambhavami yuge yuge, I manifest myself in every age. In every age. Age, is classified as yugas. Kruta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, and now we are in Kali Yuga. So, yuge yuge, in every age, I manifest myself, sambhavami. This is the purpose of divine incarnation, to descend on the earth. This is the divine advent. Because no other power can do it. The protection of the pious and the destruction of the evildoers cannot be done by ordinary people. So, for establishing virtue, I manifest myself in every age with this purpose. So, we have all the Dasa avatars, In all the avatars, Matsya avatara, Kurma avatara, in all these avatars, he is there to do away with the evil Rakshasas. Rakshasas are people with evil tendencies who commit heinous crimes. So, as Rama, Lord Rama has destroyed Ravana, as Krishna has destroyed Sisupala and Dantavaktra, and as Narasimha has destroyed Hiranyakasipu, like that these avatars. So, Lord Krishna is narrating the significance, the purpose of divine incarnations. It is that avatara is of most intense nature, the divine manifestation as human incarnation. Only people who know the truly divine nature of the avatara tattva can realize that divinity as bhaktas, and they attain him. That's is explained in the 9th verse. Janma karma chane divyam evam vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. Janma karma chane divyam. Janma means birth. Karma means actions. Divyam means divine. And divine birth and actions of mine, evam vetti, who knows that? He who knows truly the divine birth and actions of mine, what is the benefit for him? Tyaktva deham, after casting of the body, punarjanma naiti. Naiti punarjanma, does not get rebirth. What happens to him? Mam eti, he attains to me, O Arjuna. So that secret is also revealed. Janma karma cha me divyam evam vetti tattvataha. Tattvataha means truth, truly knowing the divinity of my incarnation and my divine actions. They only attain me after casting of the body. So Arjuna, please understand this purpose of the divine incarnations, and by identifying the divinity in those incarnations, by surrendering himself, a devotee can attain him. The next sloka, sloka number 10, is very famous. It is impregnated with deep meaning. Vitaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupasritaha bahavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavamagataha. In the earlier sloka, he says, who knows truly the divine birth and actions does not get rebirth. And what are the qualifications? How to become a true devotee is explained in this 10th sloka. That devotee should be Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. Vita means they have to overcome. What he has to overcome? Raga, Bhaya, Krodha. Raga, Bhaya, Krodha. Raga means too much sensory attachment to sensual objects. Bhaya, fear, unnecessary fear. Krodha, anger. Lord says, many have achieved oneness with me. Those who realize me truly as the divine incarnation, they come unto me. Now he says, many have achieved this spiritual realization. Bahavo jnana tapasa. Bahavo means many. Jnana tapasa. Jnana tapasa puta. Jnana tapasa puta means purified. Puta means purified. By what? By tapasa jnana, fire of knowledge. Tapa means heat, knowledge. Purified by fire of knowledge, manmaya, or absorbed in me, mam upasritaha. Upasritaha means taking refuge. Who had taken refuge in me? Only madbhava magata, my state attained. So in 9th sloka, they who realize have attained me. And who are those people who realized that divinity? These are the people. There are many. These are the people who have overcome the raga, bhaya and krodha. And they are purified by knowledge. That's the reason they have madbhava magataha, attained my state. Examples are numerous. Dhruva, Prahlada, Gopikas, Parasara, Akrura, Ambarisha, Vibhishana. These are all the people. List, Bhakta, the devotees list. Because all these people, Dhruva, Prahlada, Gopikas, Akrura, Ambarisha, they are not having these evil qualities of raga, bhaya and krodha. They are always surrendered to the lotus feet of the Lord. And they have acquired that knowledge, so they have become eligible to attain my state. So understand this. Arjuna, O Arjuna, Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha. This should be our mantra daily. We should overcome too much attachment to the sensual pleasures, unnecessary fear, we have to overcome, and krodha, anger. So Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha, then they can attain this. Agata means attain. Madbhava, my state. So that's why impressing on Arjuna to surrender himself, shedding off these raga and bhaya and krodha. Because Arjuna in the first chapter was lamenting, narrating about his deep attachment to his kith and kin. And he was also talking, he was fearful because if he commits this, killing of his enemies, he would go to hell. And he was expressing his fear. And he is also expressing his, anger also on the Duryodhana clan. So you please overcome these evil qualities, he is saying. So with this we have concluded the 10 slokas of the 4th chapter. In the next episode, we will take up the next batch of 10 slokas. Krishnam Bonde Jagadguru. Hari Om.